I believe that God saw in me something special, something great.
You've been in real estate investing and you've lost some deals to other investors who moved faster than you, meaning you found a deal. By the time you analyze it, went to put it under contract, the deal was gone, which we see this by the hundreds every month. So number one. Number two, maybe your partner, your spouse, they're just not fully convinced that this is the right direction. Maybe they're a little concerned, conservative, a little bit on the fence. Number two, you find deals, but you don't know how to get them funded. You find really good deals, but you're worried about getting them funded. Maybe you don't have all the capital. You don't know where to get good capital. The capital that you can get is too expensive. Number four, you did a deal, you got in, and it went sideways on you. And you lost some money and you lost confidence. Number five, you really want to get into real estate investing. You know that real estate is the most solid commodity you could ever invest in. You just don't know where to begin. If any of these hit you or all of them, put a yes in the chat. Put a yes in the chat. Okay. All right. Question number 3. And here's where I really need you to really open up internally. You don't have to respond on the chat. I love it. We're getting tons of people responding. But I'm trying to get to your heart, mind, and soul. The real cost of standing still. If those 5 things were a reason that's holding you back, what is stopping you from moving forward? And I want you just to close your eyes. If you're driving, don't do this. But if you're sitting here, close your eyes, and I'm going to talk to you real quick. But the cost of standing still, the cost of not making a decision, the cost of not executing, is it costing you a trip that you've been wanting to go on but haven't been able to? Is it costing you family time, the game, the recital, a moment that you missed because of money stress? Maybe you had to work late at the job, or maybe you just weren't in the mood to go. You know, you're missing out on family activities. Are the conversations that you're having with your spouse uncomfortable ones? So uncomfortable that you're just trying to avoid it, thinking that I can fix this? How many of you are dreading Sunday nights? How many of you are dreading having to get up Monday morning and go to work? There's a statistic that says that 87% of Americans, 87% of Americans dread getting up every day, driving to a job they hate in fear of getting fired. That's not a life. That's a prison. And then the most important cost of you not making a decision is the version of yourself that you're supposed to be by now. The version of what you envisioned 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, or where you wanted to be. Because things haven't moved forward, you're still lacking that vision and that position. If any of this hits you, put a yes in the chat. If you resonated with this, put a yes in the chat. Question number 4. How about a better tomorrow? Picture this. Picture this, because this is where we're going to go tonight. In the next 60 minutes, this is what your future can look like. Your alarm clock goes off, and you don't have to get out of bed. You choose this morning just to sit around, take it slow. You don't have to be anywhere. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to punch a clock. You don't have to be at a job. Wouldn't that be amazing? Your family is still home. There's no rush to go anywhere. And you're enjoying that breakfast time with the kids, with the spouse. Because your pipeline is full. You've got capital lined up. And now you're just churning and burning deals. And you check your portfolio. You wake up. You finally come out of bed, 9, 10 o'clock, whatever. And you check your portfolio and you see that you made money overnight. Contracts came in. Offers got signed. Wouldn't that be an amazing life? And your bank account gets fuller and fuller and fuller. If this is you, if this is what you want, right here, right now, type in the chat, I want more. Those 3 words, right here, right now. You need to commit to yourself, not to me, to yourself, to your family, to your future, to the person you're supposed to be. Put it in the chat right now. I want more if this is where you want to be. And tell yourself, this is what's owed to me. It's my God-given right to have the absolute best life ever. And I'm just looking for a roadmap. I'm looking for an opportunity. I'm looking for a vehicle to help me achieve that because everything else has failed. And I get that. And that's why we're here tonight. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Question number 5. Here's where the rubber meets the road. Are you willing to make a decision tonight? If all that can come true, and if all that can be yours by just making a simple decision, are you ready? Are you ready? That's the number 1 question. If everything we've talked about is true, the dreads, the stress, the anxiety, the missing out, the long days, the hurt in your children's eyes because you're not there, the pain in your stomach because of the anxiety and the stress of financial, but yet you know there's a better opportunity, you know there's a more out there. If you're serious and this can be given to you, I want you to put, yes, I'm ready in the chat. Okay? All right. See, we've built this foundation now. Now you have a clear understanding. You fully know exactly where you want to be, and you're just looking for that opportunity. You know exactly what's owed to you, and you're ready to recognize it, and you're ready to achieve it if given the right program and vehicle. We're going to show you that tonight. In the next 60 minutes, this is the roadmap that has made thousands of people filthy rich, not in just monetary, but in life. This is the exact roadmap that's worked with over 13,000 of our clients over the last 12 years. This is the exact roadmap that's helped the people with absolutely no money have financial freedom because they made a decision and they got things going. They said, I want more, and yes, I'm ready. And what do I need to do? Those people made a commitment to themselves, to their family, and their lives changed from that day forward. Okay? This is the Legacy Elite, the Unshakable Investor program. It's a full turnkey, and I want you to understand, I put those letters in red for a reason. It's turnkey, means complete. From beginning to end, A to Z program to build wealth that other people can't touch. I've been doing this for over 30 years. I have funded over $1.8 billion under one system that was built for real estate investors that are done guessing and they're ready to build a legacy that will outlast a lifetime. It's called generational wealth. It's a legacy that carries on and on and on if you do it right. This is over the next 60 minutes what I'm going to share with you and give you the same opportunity that's afforded me and 13,000 other clients to have everything they've ever wanted in life, to become everything that they've ever dreamed of becoming, travel, family, excitement. See, right now, I want you guys to put a 1 in the chat if this resonates with you. Right now, if you have been in real estate investing and you've been trying to do real estate deals, it's harder now than you've ever imagined. Yes or no? I put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. The market is eating amateurs alive. Exactly. The market, the rules, everything has changed. Twice in my career, in 30 years, the rules have changed. And I'm going to share that with you here in a minute. See, the problem isn't the investors that they face today 80% of all investors are failing, not because they're lazy, but because they do the wrong deals. They are looking for deals online through Zillow, through MLS. It takes too long to underwrite. They're having to analyze, overanalyze. And by the time they get it confirmed that it's ready to go, the property's off the market. And then they can't even get it funded in time and the contract expires. This becomes an emotion over math problem. It's not an information problem. It's an execution problem. And we're going to show you how we've overcome that. See, the old machine, this was built pre-COVID. It's broken today. 99% of investors are still running on that same machine that the top 1%, my clients, abandoned 4 years ago. Abandoned. We abandoned it. Okay? Number one, you go and look for deals on the MLS. Number two, it takes you days, if not weeks, to analyze them. Number three, you go to your traditional lender, hard money lender, or wherever you can find capital, and the capital doesn't work. It kills the deal. And number four, once you finally do wrap it all up, you hope that the deal's still there. But by the time you call the seller agent or the seller or your agent and submit the offer, it's gone. Property's gone. Somebody else, probably one of our students, one of our community members, took that deal down because they can execute immediately. And that's what we're going to show you tonight. One of the things I want to share with you in a little bit is in 2024, while others were sitting on the sideline, after the 2022 interest rate hike, most investors pulled back, sat on the sideline. My office went and acquired almost $17 million in assets in 12 months using this exact system that we're going to talk about tonight. See, the crash, 2008 financial crash, COVID, the 2022 interest rate disruption, those are all the same problems that everybody's facing. It's the same thing you're facing. Every time something like that happens, the rules change, the dynamics change. And unless you have a proven system, a proven program, and a community to support you, you're going to continue fighting this battle. Let me give you a little history real quick about me and why I am qualified to lead you, to show you what we've done, how we've done it, and how it will transform your life. I didn't just study the market. I lost everything from the 2008 crash and rebuilt. And then COVID hit and we lost almost 9 million and rebuilt. 2022 interest rate hike and we acquired almost $17 million in assets during that disruption. See, our system is proven, is absolute. You bet, Ryan. It was tough. It was tough, buddy. In 1994, I started my first, 1995, I started my first company. I got married in 1994. In 1995, we started our first company. Had no money in my pocket, had no education, but got into the mortgage industry. And from 1998 through 2007, I bought a RE/MAX franchise, I bought a title company, an appraisal company, and we were doing well over $100 million a year in closed funded deals. Living wealthy, living rich, enjoying everything that we're talking about, enjoying it. The life, I never missed a cheerleading episode with my daughter. I never missed a volleyball game, my other daughter. I was at every practice, every game, enjoying and living life to the fullest. And then the financial crisis of 2008 happened. And because I didn't have a profound system, because I didn't have a community, because I didn't have a coach or a mentor, ladies and gentlemen, I lost it all. Lost it all to the degree that I was homeless with a wife and 2 kids. We were recycling water bottles. I was buying stuff at garage sales and selling it on eBay just to put food on the table. That's how broke we were. And then I started rebuilding. And I knew that if I did it once, I could do it again. I just had to do it differently. The rules had changed. Lenders weren't lending on real estate, but I knew that there was an opportunity because of the chaos. And I said, and I dropped to my knees and I prayed, Lord, that if you help me get through this, when I get back and I build it correctly, I want to teach everybody. Help me drive a program that will transform everybody's life that we talk to. And so we went to work. We started building and growing. And in 2015, I launched Global Integrity Finance, and I structured it exactly like that. Global Integrity Finance. Integrity was our middle name. I wanted people to know what I stood for. And we started building and growing. 2019, we became a National Private Lender of the Year. In 2020, COVID hits. And we lost almost $9 million, $8.75 million when COVID hit. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. We just rebuilt. We just launched. We're just now making headway. And COVID happens. But because I built that program that I'm going to show you tonight, I realized that I had built a foundation that cannot be disruptive. It cannot cost me anything ever again because I learned my mistakes. It's the same program I'm going to show you. And by 2022, I got Inc. 5000 top 100 fastest growing company in real estate. See, we rebounded instantly. And I realized right then and there, we've arrived. That God had answered my prayers and that I executed according to that. And we were able to rebound and build the company we have today. And now that we've arrived, and now that we have everything that we've ever desired in life, I want to teach, share, and be a part of your lives. I want to help you have the same success. In 2024, after 2022, interest rates shot through the roof. And all my clients, we had about 10, 11,000 at the time, said, Toby, there's just no good deals out there. And I said, I don't believe you. They said, you're sitting in the ivory tower. You've arrived. There's no good deals out there. And so I said, then I'm going to get back in the trenches. And we went out and we acquired almost 300 units that equated to $17 million at 42 cents on the dollar. And I'm going to show you those here in a minute. See, the system works. It doesn't matter what's going on in society. It doesn't matter what's going on in America. It doesn't matter about the war, the tariffs, politics. The system is guaranteed in absolute perfection to get you everything you want in life if you execute. As I was growing and building, I became an international speaker. And I met with Kevin Harrington, who's one of the original sharks off Shark Tank. And I interviewed with Kevin. And I want you to hear this interview real quick.
Let's talk about that.
There is so many people out there trying to get into real estate and investing that I want to share how we were able to achieve that. It started in 94, as we all know, had the big crash of 2008. So we built an empire through that, was doing real estate, had a RE/MAX franchise, had a title company, was doing fix and flips and all that. Lost all that through the crash. And then had to rebuild. Started another company in 2015, was building it for exclusive hard money lending. Then we had COVID hit and another debacle who shut down that industry. And then, of course, rebuilt immediately, was named Private Lender of the Year, was Inc. Magazine Top 100 Fastest Growing Company in 2022. So from all those pitfalls and disruptions, we were able to rebound and build bigger. And so we created this course that says, I've been there, done that. And I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to mentor, coach, partner if need be, but I'm also going to lend my money on the deal. All right. So I just wanted you to see that this is real. We're real. There's no hype. This is real life. And what I want you to understand, the value and the importance of this is when you're looking to get into a program, when you're looking to get mentored, find somebody who's actually been there and done that and done it recently. There's a lot of coaches out there, a lot of courses out there. Those individuals, they haven't done anything in the last 10 years. So they don't know what the rules are today. They don't know how tough it is. Make sure. So I put that in there so that you know that this is real and that I'm for real. And I'm serious. So right now we're going to jump into the system that I used to bail myself out 3 different times, and the system that the top 1% of real estate investors are running today. The 3 secrets, one framework. It's built over 30 years of my personal experience and funding over $1.8 billion in real estate deals. Here they are. Secret number 1. 95% of the deals you need to be looking at are not going to be on MLS. They're not going to be online. They're going to be hidden gems that I'm going to show you how to find. Number 2, being able to underwrite a property in seconds, not hours, not days. You need to be able to churn and burn. And we're going to demo that here live tonight. And then number 3, the most important, hear me out, capital. Whether it's Kevin Harrington, Damon John, Robert Herkovich, Mr. Wonderful, it doesn't matter. We have the sharks. We have high net worth individuals that are looking to deploy capital. And they're looking to find really good, solid deals because they're sick of the market too. They're sick of the war going on overseas. They're sick of the oil and gas debacle. They're sick of the tariffs. And they're like, this is too unstable. We need to put our money, our millions, let me say billions, into something that's solid. And that's the program we've got for you tonight. Secret number 1, the 95%. You all know an iceberg. If you see an iceberg, you know that only 5% of that is showing. The other 95% is underwater. That's exactly what we want to talk about tonight with how to find the right deals. They're hidden. They're not above the surface where the whole world can see. They're hidden. They're distressed owners. They're vacant properties. They're life event situations, death, probate, divorce. And they're tired landlords that say, I'm tired of dealing with tenants. I'm tired of fixing holes in the wall and broken toilets and broken water heaters. I want out. I've built my portfolio. I'm ready to retire. I'm out. This is where you want to find the good deals. Secret number 1, where to find them. Number 2, speed. When you find a deal, you need to be able to underwrite it in seconds, not hours, not days. Meaning, do I have all the trademarks? Is the ARV correct? Do I know the 70% rule and will it fit into that bucket, that box? Purchase, rehab, ARV, what's my profitability? Be able to know what the rehab is. We've built these tools to take out all the guesswork for you and be able to know how long is it going to take me from the minute I contract it till the minute I sell it. We've built this for you. And then number 5, this is where everybody messes up. So listen to me. Listen to me. The walkaway number. Here's an example. I can buy this property for my AI tool said I can buy it for 115. I'm going to put 45,000 in rehab and sell it for 240. That number works, okay? But instead of buying it for 115, we buy it for 118, 120. Oh, it's only $5,000. I can make that up. It's okay. I got enough fluff. No, you don't. That's called a walkaway number for a reason. And that means you're now buying on emotion, not on logic and math. This is something we fix for every one of our clients. And therefore, they never lose a dime and they have tremendous success and they sleep good at night because they know the deal works. Secret number 3, capital. Doesn't matter if you find a good deal. Doesn't matter if you analyze it in a minute or 2. If you can't get it funded, the contract expires and now you lose it to somebody else. You have to have capital. Okay? You have to have capital. We have that resource for you, whether it's my company, Hard Money Lending, whether it's private individuals, our high net worth individuals who want to partner with you, who want to come in and help you with the down payment, the closing costs, or fund the entire deal. Or maybe I don't have the experience. Maybe you're a newbie who says, I have a sweet deal, but I don't know what I don't know. We bring in partners that will guide and direct and make sure that you don't make a mistake, that you don't oversee, that your contractor doesn't take advantage of you. We're going to give you a complete ecosystem, as I said in the beginning, turnkey process. And it gets even better to ensure success and profitability. And more importantly, It guarantees peace of mind and fulfillment in life, which should be the number two things you want: peace of mind and fulfillment and happiness in life. Everything else is a byproduct of that. That's what we're talking about tonight. Here's proof of concept. I want you to know some situations that guarantees and shows how this works and what we've done. We bought a property in Denison, 1322 West Sears Street in Denison, Texas. I paid $20,000 for it. This is coming out of the 2008 debacle. I paid $20,000 in it. I got a loan for $71,000. I put $51,000 in rehab. My carrying costs and everything put me a little over $82,000 invested in this, and I sold it for $124,900. I made $27,000 on that deal. Here's the property. This is what it looked like when I bought it. And I'm going to go slow here because I want you guys to see the pictures. That's the before. That's the after. Let me back up. That's the before. That's the after. That quick, that simple, that fast. 27,000. Then in 2024, I said, hey, nobody can find deals. Let's go find some deals. Found Market Street Apartments. I paid $750,000 for this property. It was completely mold, vacant, nasty, and we converted it to apartments. This is what it looks like now. Discipline, acquisition, execution creates results. This apartment complex is 100% occupied and generating about $84,000 a month in rent. Okay. Project number 3, Evergreen Estates. I bought this property. Hold on to your hats right here, ladies and gentlemen. We bought this property, 94 unit apartment complex in Longview, Texas. I paid $3,757 at closing. See, yes, the properties are distressed, but more importantly, on all 3 of those deals, the seller is distressed. That's the key that I'm going to teach you. There's 1,000 deals out there in your neighborhood. Anywhere I can throw a dart and find a deal. But the key is the seller just as distressed and need out? We bought this property for less than $4,000, 94 units, 60% occupied. And today, this is what it looks like. Let me back up. That's what it looked like when we bought it. That's what it looks like today. All right. 3 examples, 3 situations equals a little over $17 million in assets. And I got more, but we don't have time to go through them all. This is a proven system that works because what we do, I'll teach you how to do it too. Okay? Real studies, real students, real results, not theory, not hype. I'm in the trenches with you day in and day out. We still lend money. We still work with over 13,000 clients. We're doing this every day for people just like you to have the results you want also. You're not buying a course. You're joining a community in a room of proven operators with a track record that speaks for itself. Speaks for itself. Here's what I want you to ask. 6 months from now, you got a choice tonight. You have a choice. You have a choice to go left or go right. And left is where you're at. Left is where you've been. Left is comfortable because you know what to expect. You know that you got to get up and go to that job. You know you got to balance the checkbook. You know that you got to worry about, do you have enough money or too much month? That's the stress you're living. And I can't go to the soccer game. I can't go to the basketball game. I can't go to the recital because I have to work. That's left. Right is you making a decision for the rest of your life to have everything you've ever wanted out of life, to have everything that you're entitled to in life. You either have excuses or you get results. Your choice. Your choice. I had a lady tell me today that, you can lead a horse to water, but he can't make him drink. And I said, you're right. And the reason why a horse won't drink is because he hasn't done anything to get thirsty. You have to make a decision. You have to make a choice. Where do you want to be in 6 months from now? And the choice is 100% yours. I can promise you. I can promise you, your life will change for the better if you execute. You can act tonight, and the program we're getting ready to show you will transform your life. And it will be the simplest, easiest way for you to ever get into real estate investing and build a portfolio that most investors dream of. The Legacy Elite system is a complete turnkey program, and this is an investment in your future. Everything you need, nothing you don't, no fluff, no hype, no nonsense, no fillers, built to install a framework in your business in the next 30 days so that you are putting properties under contract immediately. We're going to show you this program right here, right now. I'm going to walk through it. I need you to be non-distracted. This is, go ahead as I'm talking. Yeah. This is where we are separated from every other program you've ever seen out there. This is an absolute AI-driven program that allows you to find off-market deals, analyze them, determine whether they're a fit or not, and then go find the sellers to make offers and determine whether they're a distressed seller or not. You ready? All right, we're going to pull this up real quick and demo it through. I think I have a mouse here. Oh, wrong mouse. All right, everybody. This is the Investor AI OS system. As you can see right here, we've loaded some properties. Right now, off-market properties are 3.2 million properties right here in this database. And they're from North Carolina, Florida, Texas, all over. This is just one database. We custom build this for your counties. But here's what I want to show you, the simplicity and the ease. So if I want to look at off-market, which you never want to do, there's 36,000 properties in this database on market, MLS, Zillow, Realty.com, all that. When I click this to off market, we just went to 3.4 million. Okay. Now we're not going to search through, but you saw how quick that updated and translated. Now I want to narrow this down to vacant, non-owner occupied, and distressed. Those are the three key things that I'll teach you. So number one, nope, wrong button. Yeah. Single family. We want to start with single family. Then we want to remove the owners, absentee owner, non-owner occupied. Okay. And then I want to hit vacant. Now watch this, ladies. Remember we had 3.4. I'm going to hit the filters. And now I have 6,900. That quick, that fast. All tagged vacant, 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 vacant. Let's take it one more step. I want to go pre-foreclosure. Which one? This one, listing tags, foreclosure. Okay. I want to add that filter. Boom. 586 properties. Ladies and gentlemen, we just narrowed this down from 3.4 million off-market deals, tagged them with restrictions saying, I believe this is a distressed seller, and got it down to 500 properties. I can keep drilling this down. This is the program we're launching with you tonight so that you can now find very, very simple properties to go after and quit wasting your time. Okay. So let's just say I'm going to pick this one here. This is in Jacksonville, Florida. Now I want to analyze it. Let me show you this. I click the picture, analyze button comes up, and I click it over here. Now, rule number one, pay attention. If you don't have interior photos and you have not walked the property, you're going to assume the worst, hope for the best. So we've pre-built 3 different fix and flip rehab estimators: cosmetic, mid-level, or full gut. But I'm going to say this is a full gut because I don't know. And I click that, and immediately it goes in. The AI program is built in that looks at the zip code looks at the cost of material and the cost of labor, the square footage, the bedroom, the bath, analyzes it and says, in order to do a full gut on this property, it's going to run $126,480. Okay. And more importantly, it then gives me a line item of everything that's in that list and dollar amount for it. Now, when I'm all ready to go and walk this property with my contractor, I hit this download a PDF, and instantly it gives me the scope of work right here to show you exactly what it's doing. Now I can walk this with confidence. Whether I'm a newbie or a seasoned, I can now walk this with confidence with my contractor and make sure we're covering everything. Okay, number one. Then number two, I want to analyze it. So now I'm going to go over here to my profit analyzer. And as you can see, it's giving me my net proceeds of $44,000 with an ROI of 14%, cash on cash 42.7, gives you all the analytics that you could ever want, breaks it all down, and tells you where you're at. It also tells me my max allowable offer is $122,772. That's my walkaway number. This took all the math, put it in your face, and said, here's your numbers. You can do this, this, and this to make this kind of profit. Ladies and gentlemen, we can do this all day long. And you just saw me do this live. Now, here's the other thing. I'm ready to go, and I want to submit an offer. So I click this. I now have another program that I'm going to show you. I now know who the seller is. And so now I'm going to create my LOI. So my offer was 127. What? Type that in for me. All right. And I create my LOI. And within seconds, there's my letter of intent to get to the seller. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you execute. This is how my members execute and steal those properties that you're losing every day because you take too long to analyze. I want to, before we go on there, is this meeting automatically muted? No. That's correct, Ryan. Other than Zestimate is not accurate, Zestimate is an estimate. These are actual numbers. These are actual driven numbers through analytics, through ARVs, through over, 13,000 transactions. Yeah, millions and millions of data dumped into this. These are not Zestimates. And this is a turnkey ecosystem. So not only did we find the properties that we want, we analyze them, and we can go through here and analyze and put out 10, 15, 20 offers in an hour. In an hour. Yes, it does work in California. It works nationwide. You're going to tell me, when you become part of our community, part of our brotherhood, sisterhood, you're going to tell me which county you're in, Orange County, Sacramento County. I don't care. And we're going to build this program specifically for you, not anybody else. You get those counties. This is your protocol. This is your program. Okay? I'll do one more. Yep. All right. We're going to take... let's take this house in Phoenix. Okay. All right. So we click. So as you saw this Jaguar, we clicked on the picture. The picture came up and said, analyze the deal. Let's just say on this one, we're just going to do a mid cosmetic. We've walked it. It only needs a little bit. So it said for $56,000 is our rehab. Okay. It gave us our line by line. We can then create our PDF so that we can walk the property with our contractor to make sure that our contractor is in tune with us. And I forgot to show you one more trick. Okay. We then go in and we analyze the profitability on it, and it tells us exactly where we need to be. Okay. 68,000 is our max allowable offer, means that's your walkaway number. If the seller won't take that or less, you walk away, because we got over 500 properties to work on. We're not looking at the one or two that you pulled up on Zillow that are 100 days old. We're not got the 3 or 4 that a realtor gave you that said, oh, these might work. You have over 500 properties on this scenario, so you can pick and choose the ones you want to deal with. Okay? And then when we're ready, we go to submit our offer. Well, I also want to do this. So what I forgot to tell you is our scheduler. We just built this. This says on this property with that moderate rehab, your contract to sell is 203 days. Now you have the ability to manage your contractor through the scope of work to make sure they get the job done and stay on it. And this also tells you how much money you're losing per day. It says right up here where you're moved, what it's costing you per day. And you follow this timeline for each little item that's on your scope of work so that you know you're on track. Ladies and gentlemen, see, we remove all the emotion. We give you a roadmap. We lay it all out there for you so that there's no more guessing. And more importantly, there's no more stressing. It's a system. Everything in the world that has success is driven by a system, an absolute system that's proven for success. I'm going to show you that in just a second, Ryan. It's another gift that we're giving to you tonight. All right. And then when you go to submit your offer, you click that. You put in your amount. I think it was $52,000. Okay. You put in that amount and you hit your LOI and this auto generates that for you. Okay. There's your letter of intent, shows I'm offering $52,000, has all the data and the details on there. All right. All right. Huh? Yep. So that is the Legacy Elite AI operating system that gives you off-market deals that nobody else, the 95% of the iceberg that nobody's looking at. It does all. Now, you guys say, well, I can go get stuff off the county records. I can go get tax. You're absolutely correct. Don't get me wrong. I haven't reinvented the wheel. The wheel is still round. The difference is we put it into a system, into a program that all you have to do is execute every day. One system, one tool, guaranteed profit and success if executed properly. Now, I can go to prop data. I can go to, give me some other of those tools. The prop stream. Yeah, property radar. Yes, you are correct. You are correct. But there's nothing out there that will give you all the data. So we pull our systems, this data, from the same place they pull theirs, from the hub. From the hub. So we're cutting out the middleman. We're bringing it to you. And you can underwrite it. You can confirm it. You can analyze it with profit and success. And you can execute on it in seconds. No other program does that for you. And Zestimate doesn't have a clue. Okay? It's a turnkey program. And you are correct, Jenny. A bad contract. Contractors will make or break your deal. This is why you have to be in control. This is why out of the 13,000 clients we use, so many times I've had to go in there and fire a contractor because they were snowballing my client. And the client didn't know any better. This was their second, third, or fourth deal. They were still too new. This is why we and you need coaching. You need somebody who's been there and done that to make sure you don't get the wool pulled over your eyes and get a bad deal. Here's what happens. A contractor can hide bad work with sheetrock, with paint, with all this crap. They can hide it. But a home inspector, when you go to sell that house, a home inspector's job is to find a reason for the buyer not to buy. And if they can't find a reason, then it's a great buy. But they will pick apart a house that's done crappy. And I've seen so many deals lost where we had to go back in and tear stuff out and redo because you couldn't sell the house because the contractor did a poor job. This is why it's so important to have somebody in your corner, to have a community, whether it's me, whether it's the other 13,000 clients. You are now part of that community. You can get feedback from somebody in your neighborhood. They can come walk your property. They can come be eyes and ears with you and teach you because you still don't know what you don't know. That's correct, Anna, but that's why you have to walk the property. And if it does, if you're right, that's why we always say, if you don't have photos, you go full rehab. You never do moderate rehab unless you have the photos or you've walked it. You always go full rehab. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. You're correct, Anna. 100%. All right, so we demoed. Here's the program, ladies and gentlemen. The total stack tonight. You get that legacy operating system where it's going to pull your county, your properties, unlimited lifetime. If you want that by itself, it's $9,997 straight up. You can have it tomorrow. And we're going to give you coaching with me, 6 one-on-one coaching calls over the next 90 days, where I will help you analyze deals. I will help you see what's working, what's not. Make sure that you're fully educated on how the tools work. We also give you our mastermind. Ladies and gentlemen, this is invaluable. When you're ready to get a deal funded and you need capital, you need partners, this is where you come in to the mastermind on Thursday and you pitch your deal. We have over 45 people in there right now. Some of them are high net worth individuals looking to fund a deal, looking to partner. When you're part of our brotherhood, part of our program, the Roundtable, you now have credibility that says that's a good deal. The Kevin Harrington of the world say, I'll put into it. If Toby's backing it, I'm in because I know he's putting money into it. You have that gifted to you. The Real Estate AI Vault. I know many of you are using some form of AI or know for without a doubt, AI is the way of the future. We hear it everywhere we turn. Robots are taking over the world. They'll never take over this, but AI tools will. And why? Let me ask you, why would you want to go through the 3,792 different AI tools, determine which 5 are the best, learn how to use them, learn how to prompt them when we give it to you? We give you the prompts, we give you the tools. All you got to do is execute. The other thing that I want to talk to you about that's so dear to my heart is our Monday morning Ignite call. I guess we're talking about real estate. We're talking about financial freedom. But until you are happy, until you are fulfilled, and until you have just resonating with passion about life, nothing's going to change. So we give you the Monday morning call. It's called the Ignite program. It's about mental, spiritual, physical disciplines to make sure that when the 2008 crash happens, you don't cave. When COVID happens, you don't cave. When the interest rates go through the roof, you don't cave because you're mentally, spiritually, physically sound. And you know that God is with you. And you know that you have the power to overcome because He is greater than anything in this world. And you know you have been given an opportunity for greatness. That's what the Monday morning call is about. And when you have that much fire inside of you, life is just fun. It's exciting and nothing bothers you. The guy that's a jackass on the highway doesn't bother you because it doesn't affect you. You don't get road rage. You don't react because you know what? You're living the best life ever. That's what the Ignite program is all about. And then all the tools, all the courses, all the training, 30 years of how-to studies. I'm giving you this total stack tonight for $9,997. Your choice. Are you going to invest in yourself? Or are you going to continue trying to do it by yourself and still fight the day in, day out battles? We're going to add some other bonuses in here. I'm also going to give you, Ryan had asked, how do we find the sellers? 2 other things I'm going to give you. I'm going to show this real quick. I'm going to demo another AI tool while we're wrapping this up. So one of the things we give you is my digital mind. 30 years of everything I've done, every phone call I've made, every coaching call, every lender call has all been dumped in here to guide and direct you 24/7 on every property. Give me a zip code, somebody.
All right, what's next?
Somebody give me a zip code.
Hesitating about.
Anybody got a zip code they want me to run real quick? There we go. All right, Jenny. Jenny's been very communicative. So I've got a new client who wants to be a real estate investor in 95122. Tell me about that area and tell me about the real estate market and demand.
In the 95122 area, the median sale price is around $939,000, which is down about 2.7% from last year. The average listed value is roughly $1 million, down 4%. Homes are still selling fast, about 13 days on the market, but prices per square foot have dropped almost 12%. Demand is shifting, so buying smart is key.
So would this be a better market for fix and flip or for buy and hold? What's the demand versus home ownership versus rental?
In the 95122 area of San Jose, the median home price is about $939,000. The average rent runs around $3,695 per month. While I couldn't find the exact ownership versus rental rate for this zip code, given high home prices and strong rents, it's likely more rental heavy than the state average. If you need detailed census data, I can pull that later.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, and we could do this all night long. These are the tools that are now at your beck and call. And what we like the most, and we demo this on Thursday night masterminds, is when somebody presents a property to us and they bring the photos up that they've taken, we can take this, load the photos into this just from screenshotting, and she'll give us the rehab estimate right there, right now. That's what you're getting when you join this roundtable brotherhood. Okay. And Ryan, we have a skip tracing program that comes with this. We give you the first 100 properties free to skip trace. So when you're pulling down your data and you now analyze 10, 15, 20 of them, and you're ready to make your offers, you can dump them into the skip trace program. They're going to tell you who the owners are, and you go after them. You get the first 100 free. After that, it's 10 cents. Through our affiliation, it's 10 cents a lead. You can pull down hundreds a month and make offers all day long. Wholesalers and realtors are making bank on this program because it took all the guesswork out. They're no longer driving for dollars. They're no longer having to hobnob with other realtors and this and that and putting out and going to open houses. They're now pulling all these distressed properties and winning those listings, winning those properties. So added to this program for that same price of $99.97, you get the OS program that we demoed. You get coaching with me. They're auto-generated. You underwrite them in 90 seconds. We teach you. They rank them. You know it's a go or a no-go. Okay? You get all the AI prompts you could ever want to put together letters of intent, offer letters to sellers, scripts to talk to sellers when they have objections, how to overcome them, formal documentation for partnerships. So when you want to bring in a partner, you go into our AI vault and it will already have an auto-generated template for you to fill in the blanks that is ironclad protective. Everything you need, turnkey, from beginner to success tonight. You have no more guesswork, no more concern, no more anxieties. You now only have execution to move forward with. And here's the guarantee that I make you. If you follow this protocol, you cannot fail. That is an absolute promise. You show up to the coaching calls. You attend the Thursday masterminds. You submit offers. You execute. Remember, I want you to understand information and education without execution equals frustration. You all have the information. You have the education. You don't know how to execute, or you have fear of execution. Therefore, you're stuck. We're removing all that tonight. It's the Legacy Elite program. Wealth is not what you accumulate. It's what you build that outlasts you. Every investor on this call has a decision right in front of them right now. The next slide is the most important one, the journey. The journey that broke me is the reason I can guide you. That life of struggle, those 30 years of ups and downs, those 30 years of disruption, every scar, every signpost, every deal is a lesson that I'm bringing to you tonight. Investors who take action tonight are not just changing their lives. They're changing the lives of every person around them. That's the legacy that you need to be looking at. That's the lifestyle you want. All right. I'm going to recap everything real quick. The Legacy Elite AI platform. That's that whole ecosystem of how to pull properties down, analyze them, scope of work, submit an offer. 6 one-on-one private calls with me, not with my team. You get unlimited calls with them, but you get 6 private calls with me. How many times have you bought a course? Have you bought a program and never, ever, not one time, talk to the guru, talk to the expert? How many times? Is this making sense, you guys? Talk to me in the chat. Is this making sense? It's so important that you get trained by the expert, not by somebody reading a manual, not somebody who went through a program. You need to get trained by the person that's been there and done that. We give you the Thursday night mastermind so that you can present your deals. You can partner with individuals. You're now part of the brotherhood. You get our AI vault that gives you every prompt you'll ever need, and we keep adding to it every day, so you'll never outuse it. But now you don't have to go learn a whole program, a whole system, and know that it's the right one. We've taken that and done that for you. The Ignite system, the Ignite program that will, I promise you, I have seen so many lives change, their family life, their marriage, all that has changed just through the Ignite program because they started realizing their true identity, who they're called to be, what their purpose in life is. All the curriculum, every course you could ever want. My Digital Mind that we just demoed, and we're giving you 100 free skip tracing leads, first and foremost. All this for $9,997 tonight and tonight only. It's the Elite Founders Club, part of the Roundtable program. Are you serious about a future, or are you going to continue making excuses? See, this is what your life looks like 1 year from now. And I want you to hear me. While you're still talking, you're still thinking. Here's what I want you to think about. 1 year from today, go back 1 year, first and foremost. Go back 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, 60 months, and say, where did you want to be today then? And are you there? And I can tell you, almost all of you would say no. But then let's just vision this. 1 year from today, with execution, a better health, stronger family, deeper marriage, financial security, the total life you've ever wanted. See, pillar number 1, better health. When there's no stress, when you're happy and you're laughing, when you're enjoying life, your health gets better. You sleep better. You sleep sound. There's no anxiety when you wake up. There's no knot in your stomach. It's fulfillment. It's enjoyment. It's what you were made for. See, we got in our own way. We got so busy chasing success that we screwed up our own lives. Let's remove that and let's start enjoying it. Calm, clear, focus. Knowing exactly where the next deal is coming from and whether you want to take it or not. You now decide. You now have so many options that you get to pick and choose what you want to do and when you want to do it. Pillar number 2, become a parent that you've always meant to be. That your kids just worship the ground you walk on because you're there for them. That you're there at their PTAs and you're there at their sporting events and you're there at the birthday party. You're there no matter what, and you're taking them with you when you travel. You're getting to enjoy. My kids have been to Belize. They've been all around. They've been to Puerto Vallarta. They've been to Hawaii. My kids grew up traveling with us because it's the life they deserve. You're fully present instead of always stressing over work or coming home just beat down and beat up. You're now coming and you're just excited and they're excited and there's so much energy in the house that it's like a circus. That's what you deserve. And you get to travel wherever you want to go. Taking your kids, taking your grandkids. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I spend all the time they will allow me with them. I can't get enough. And I'll tell you, if there's any grandparents here, being a grandparent is awesome. It's awesome. It's better than being a parent. Being a parent's pretty cool. Being a grandparent is over the top. And I wouldn't be able to do this if I hadn't built this legacy. Pillar number 3, no more fighting over money. No more having those awkward conversations. It's, why did you buy this? Why did you spend that? Where's this money? Why didn't it balance? No more of that. No more dodging phone calls because the bill collectors are calling. No more. That's what it will look like 12 months from now if you execute tonight. And you get to have the most amazing marriage ever. Ladies and gentlemen, God created us, men and women, to unite, to become one. And every second of every minute of every day, that's what you need to be striving for. Being a better husband, being a better wife, being a better person is what this provides to you. Yes, there's financial wealth in there, but it's a lifestyle that you're striving for, that you really want. The money is a byproduct. We can give you all this through this program tonight because you get multiple income streams. You get rental, you get fix and flips, we wholesale, multifamily, apartment complexes. See, you now get to pick and choose because you have options. Having options changes everything. And this is what we're providing to you tonight, this exclusive offer to be a part of the Founders Roundtable and to be joined with us, our brotherhood, our community, and be able to say, I'm part of that. And because of that, my life changed. I now get to do anything and everything I desire. What do you want? When do you want it? And with whom do you want to do it with? The time is yours. You only get one life. You only get one life. People say you only live once. No. You live every day. You only die once. You live every day. Live it to the fullest. You can be anywhere you want. You can do anything you want. You can be like this guy sitting on a beach, looking at his portfolio, watching contracts come in, contracts being executed. This can be you 1 year from now. So you're not just investing in a program, you're investing in the best version of you, of your family, what your family is looking for, what your family is desiring, what you want to become. This is what your family has been waiting for. 1 year from now, 12 months from now, where will you be? Will you be that person that says, crap, I screwed up. I didn't execute, and here I am still stuck in the same life, in the same battle? Or are you one of those that says, I'm ready. I want more. I'm ready. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get there. Toby, I don't have any money. You don't need money, ladies and gentlemen. You need passion. To buy and sell real estate takes zero money to do if you know how to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I bought a apartment complex that today's worth $6 million. I paid less than $4,000 at closing. Now tell me, how many of you could scrape up $4,000 to own a 94-unit apartment complex, 60% occupied, that's valued today at $6 million? How many of you? Every one of you could scrape up $4,000 for that investment. That's what we do. The other property, I paid $750,000 for it. Today it's worth $10 million, 100% occupied. See, it doesn't take money. It takes drive. It takes knowledge. It takes a community. You have that offer to you right here, right now. 10 years from now, you're living an absolute amazing life, and your children's children are enjoying the fruits of your labor. That's what I want you to think about. Don't think about the investment today, think about the cost that you're going to lose tomorrow. Any questions? Can someone? The Ignite program, ladies and gentlemen, you already get an invite to the Ignite program. If you want to transform your life, you need to be on that call. You get my digital mind that while you're out there walking a property, you can talk to it right here, right now. And it will give you the information as you saw right there in that fast. Everything is about speed of execution. Everything is about speed of execution. Same thing right here, right now. It's time for you to execute. It's time for you to make a decision to say, I want more. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And I'm ready for a better tomorrow. I'm ready for a better tomorrow. Click the link below that they just put in the chat. Either join today or book your call. Get with your rep. It doesn't matter. But make a decision to be the exact person that you choose to be, to have the amazing life that you've always desired. I